Hello, good evening, and welcome to Emergency Hedge.
Hi
Um,
everyone.
Hi,
This is the show where I teach Dave Netrunner.
and I teach Jessica Arkham Horror,
Which is what we're
and
going to do tonight.
we are. Um, wow, we're having some fun today. Bear with me a second, because right now, Tabletop Simulator is showing the wrong thing.
Oh. Um,
No, OBS is showing the wrong thing.
OBS is showing the wrong thing.
Yeah, our faces, our lovely faces. Oh, look, there we are. Hi. That's what we want. That's what we want.
We are starting late tonight because we have had a cavalcade of technical difficulties of one kind or another. Getting set up, mostly with TTS.
Mostly, yeah. Some with my
Yeah.
children. They're technically a
Children.
difficulty as well as the loves of my life.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they're
as
not without their
is so
difficulties.
often the way. Um,
Both are true. How's your week been, Jessica?
yeah, I've had a good week. I was saying to you just before the stream started that I've played quite a lot of Netrunner this week. In fact, it got to the point that I decided I had now played too much Netrunner and I should stop playing Netrunner. So I've got a little deal with my partner where I show it every night the little stats screen. JNet to be like, yeah, I didn't play any more Netrunner today, don't worry.
How much
I'm really well
Netrunner have you
behaved.
played since the set dropped?
I have played somewhere between 80 and 100 games of Netrunner since that dropped, which is a lot.
It's a lot.
I built part of that is I built a PE deck based on my world's PE deck with some adjustments just to see like, does this still work? I mean, regrettably, the answer is yes. It seems to work as well as ever, if not even better, based purely off JNet stats. Economy's a lot better with Charlotte out there, and even better with that other card I can't remember the name of right now. I mean, if you can get, I am relying heavily on Charlotte. Charlotte's really good in that deck because you can mitosis her out, and she's mitosis for at a minimum 7 credits and a card draw, which is better than just the 8 credits off NGO front. And often you get an extra turn out of her. She's worth protecting if you can. Like, and just getting that extra bit of oomph in the deck is good. On the other side of the board, like we were discussing last time when we played Netrunner, Cataloger is a hell of a card.
It really is, yeah.
And particularly nasty into a deck that doesn't have a lot of ice, wants to build a like big nasty board state, and a success and kind of protects R&D and like guards against multi-access with traps. Catalog is kind of the worst possible outcome for all of those combined things. I've been looking into various different solutions, but Catalog seems a little bit designed to, and I'm not saying this is necessarily a bad thing, a little bit designed to get around the problem of decks that rely too heavily on traps. I don't think that's necessarily bad for the game. I don't think it would necessarily be bad for the game if PE got banned. Like, there are reasons I've been playing it, but like I can see why people don't like it. Yeah, that's been my week. What about yours?
I've been playing Hemlock Vale, not very much Netrunner, but I've got a couple of scenarios into Hemlock Vale. I think I mentioned when we streamed last week that I was expecting to pick it up, or maybe I picked it up that day, I forget. But I have been enjoying it. It's really good. I think I said before that Scarlet Keys, I think it's a very good campaign, but a bit hard to love and really quite difficult to start off with. And Hemlock Vale, I think, is just a very good campaign that is a lot more accessible. And I won't spoil anything, but I'm looking forward to us playing it together and you getting a chance to experience it. It's cool.
Yeah. I'm also looking forward to those things. Shall we dive into it? Shall we get on and play some Arkham Horror?
Yeah,
More
let me just check that we're broadcasting some sound.
Sick.
And I won't spoil anything, but there we go. That's us broadcasting some sound. Good.
Fantastic.
I think I said we would speak very briefly about Parallel Rex Murphy.
Parallel Rex
Murphy. He was released, I think, actually just before our stream last week. But we didn't know about him until slightly after. And he seems really fun. He's like a mash-up between the clue dropping and curse archetypes.
Cool.
And yeah, I look forward to playing with him. But as previously discussed, we're both quite keen to play some Arkham and not spend the whole evening chatting. So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, I think it's actually starting so late.
Yeah.
We want to get on while we've still got some energy.
We do, and true to form, we're going to start off with a fair amount of reading. So,
cool. Shall I
you just crack on with
into
that? Yeah. And I will do a mix of looking at the thing that you're reading and setting up the board as necessary.
Cool. I don't think we're actually going to read any of these extra bits.
Okay.
Maybe we are going to read one of them. Even with the knowledge afforded to you by Dyer's report, you find yourself wholly unprepared for the terrible vastness of the blasphemous city at the heart of Antarctica and its alien inscrutability. Massive towers, temples, bridges, and pyramids dot the broad landscape. In the ineluctable light of dawn, that's a word, I'm going to have to look that up. The nameless maze of cyclopean structures and angular blocks extends for miles in every direction. Unmistakably real, and yet impossible to believe. It is truly a wonder of the world. Dr. Mara Singer is dead, right? I think she's the one who,
Sad to say, yeah, she was the love interest that...
Yeah, she was the love interest that we were very excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like literally before the campaign started, sadly.
Yeah, like classic women in refrigerators bullshit that happened right at the start of the campaign, and terrible writing on behalf of the people who made this campaign. As you descend the peak, you're briefed many times on the dangers of the Antarctic environment, but without Dr. Singer, you're at a disadvantage, braving the harsh weather. What she lacked in bedside manner, she made up in expertise. Wishing you could have saved her. I think she died in the plane crash, didn't she?
She did, yeah.
You grit your teeth and trudge on, watching your companions at any sign of hypothermia. Each investigator adds a frostbitten weakness to their deck.
Yep.
It does not count towards that investigator's deck size.
I've got those for us. Wow.
Cool.
That is some pretty gnarly art.
I'll have a look in a minute.
Yeah.
As you descend the peaks surrounding the city, trespassing furtively over its walls, the slopes give way to gradual, shallower foothills, peppered with structures of black primordial stone. Towers or outposts, perhaps, linking the natural outer walls of the city to its outskirts. We should search one of those watchtowers, one of the other members suggests, pointing to the closest structure. You nod in agreement. Dyer's report had observed a wealth of information carved into the walls of several structures within the city after all. And perhaps he'll stumble upon a map or diagram of the city to aid in your exploration. We decided we didn't skirt the city outskirts.
Yes. I mean, just to clarify, just in case anyone is following the campaign better than we are, we have had to reset the mod, and we've also struggled a little bit with record keeping with this campaign due to a bug in Arkham cards. So we don't remember whether we did this or not, and we have taken an executive decision not to waste our evening looking to find out and not do a stream.
So we flipped a coin and it said that we didn't do it, so we didn't do it. Which I'm not going to read the thing because I don't want to spoil myself for future campaign, but it says otherwise the investigator suffers no ill effects. So it looks like not doing the research, not checking up on stuff before you go bundling in is the correct thing to do. Professor William Dyer is alive, dead? A mixture of the two?
He is dead.
Cool. A lot of people are dead at this point.
A lot of
aren't they?
people are dead. We have 5 remaining named expedition members. I think canonically there are a few unnamed. What's an NPC that's even more of a non-player character, like unnamed player, non-player?
A mob. I
Yeah.
feel like.
Yeah,
But maybe not. Yeah.
We've got Claypool, Fredericks, Kensler, Takada, and Ellsworth are alive. Canonically, I think there are some unnamed members, like the person who just shouted. Who suggested we scouted that place. But yeah, Dyer is definitely not alive.
Okay. As you enter the tower, the cold dwindles, but the sense of unease you felt observing the city from a distance only grows. Without Dyer's wisdom to guide you through this place, you feel completely unprepared. Pardon me. Every drop of water, every shifting pebble, every hushed breath causes your throat to clench and your heart to race. It's not long before you hear whispering in the walls, voices that don't belong to you or anyone in your party. The more you try to deny it, the stronger the voices become, a choir in your mind. Warning? Each investigator adds a possessed weakness to their deck. It does not count towards that investigator's deck size. Oh, that fucking sucks that both of those things have happened.
Yeah.
The open entrance to the obsidian structure greets you like the maw of a ferocious predator. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, your curiosity gives way to deep, profound dread. The structure's sharp, angular main hall, site of an absolute massacre. Mangled elder thing corpses litter the floor, piles of leathery grey flesh and sticky, misshapen organs coated in thick, dark green fluid. You reel at the awful stench of death. These dead are not ancient. This slaughter must have been recent. What could have done this? One of your party breaks the immense silence. Murals on the walls draw your attention, depicting what you have come to know as the race of elder things, embroiled in battle with some ancient, terrifying foe. No, not one. Many. Your party dares not dwell in this slaughterhouse long. Covering your noses to block the awful stench, you take your leave. And I will turn the page. So I don't think we've got the dynamite.
Really? That is unfortunate.
Do we not have the dynamite? Do we have the dynamite?
I think we've got the dynamite. It will be in one of our decks if we do. So
it would be in one of our decks. It's not in my deck. So if it's in your deck.
Oh, look what I've got. Boom, boom, boom. Great. At least we get to do one of the good things instead of all of the shit things at the start of the scenario. Happy days.
Especially as the shit thing would have been adding a frustrating to the chaos bag. Unfortunately, as you attempt to leave the structure, you find the passage blocked by ice and rubble. Just as you're considering how to dig your way through, Cookie approaches with a few sticks of dynamite bundled together. Oh, for Christ's sake, move out the way, he grumbles, setting the sticks up and lighting the fuse without another warning. You and the others run around the corner, covering your ears and cursing under your breath. Seconds later, a tremendous explosion shakes the building to its foundations. When the dust settles, Cookie has made an easy exit of the party. Sometimes, Cookie, I swear, someone remarked.
I love how in the writing there's so many people are likely to be dead. They're just like an unnamed person says X, an unnamed person does Y.
The trail of sickly green blood leads out, dribbles down a smooth path sculpted as if by an acidic substance out of the mountainside. In the opposite direction, the mountain ridge continues along the perimeter of the city. In the distance, you can just make out a darkened, half-buried section of the city. The layout of its structure is completely unfamiliar to you, even after going through Dyer's notes extensively. Finally, in the heart of the city, a great pyramid and many prominent temples lie scattered, rising to amazing heights despite the weathering of many eons. The expedition team cast votes on which direction they wish to go. Compare the following 3 columns to see which column has the most members still alive.
Group 1 and Group 3 both have 2 people still alive. So the bottom of these bullet points, if 2 or more columns are tied for the most, the lead investigator, that's you, Jessica, cast the tie-breaking vote and may decide between the tied options.
So tied options are the group votes to venture into the heart of the city, where lie its greatest structures.
Or to follow
Each partner from this group chosen to accompany an investigator enters a play with 1 additional use. So I think that's, to be honest, I think that might be what ends up deciding this for us.
Mm-hmm.
If the right column, Group 3, has most team members still alive, the group votes to follow the trail left behind by whatever creatures massacred the Elder Things. Each partner from this group, chosen to accompany the investigator, plays with 1 additional use. Who is our frost person? Because I feel like
Claypool,
they are...
Claypool, Group 3,
I think...
follow the trail.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. So Group 3, so what's inside here?
And then the question is...
Yeah.
Whether we add a Cookie in instead of Ellsworth because of the extra charge. Cookies fight things better, right?
Yes.
My gut says, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I think so. Do you want to take Cookie or Claypool?
I'll take Cookie if that's right.
Yeah. By all means.
Claypool's leveled up nicely at the moment, isn't he?
Yes. Is he? No. We did level him up, and because we've switched the mods, this is not the leveled up version. Let's get the leveled up version.
Cool.
Check whether that's in here. There. Oh no, that's Resolute Story Assets. That's what we want.
I don't think Cookie was leveled up.
I don't think so either. No, I think we went after Elias' memories, and we think we went maybe after Kensla's memories. So I think Kensla's leveled up. Let's get her out of this pile. And
Kensla's leveled up, but we've not been playing Kensla, which is not ideal. I just want to play Cookie. I'm going to play Cookie rather than min-maxing every little decision.
Sure, that makes sense.
Cool. I like what you've done with the play save. That's fun little image.
Okay, yeah. The mod is very clever, isn't it? No, it's not. The vanilla, the classic Claypool has 5 supplies, but you have to use them each time you use him. And the new and improved Claypool has 3, but you only use the supplies if you don't want to draw a new token.
Yeah, very, very powerful. And especially like if he's going to come in with 4 of those, I think that's well worth having.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I might change my mind about Cookie.
Okay.
Sorry to be annoying. I think that like I've just realized what else I've not gotten out of my deck. I think so much of the game I'm already fighting with a strength of 5.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm going to stick with it. I'm not going to min-max my original decision. I'm going to just go with it. If it's wrong, it's wrong.
Cool.
Fiddling about forever is not fun.
So, the really fun thing is that we've both
Mhm.
taken on weaknesses that require healing. Yeah? Maybe you didn't look at the frostbite and possessed weaknesses.
I
but
didn't. I didn't get a chance to look at them. They went straight into my deck.
They are bad things happen. You can only get over this by healing.
Do we have any healing in either of our decks?
Hey, I'm sorry to distract, but can you come have a look at this possessed resource token over here?
What is it doing?
Absolutely wild. It's a skittering nonsense, is what it is. Anyway.
So, is the answer that we're going to draw these and then be unable to get rid of them for the rest of the campaign? Or the rest of the scenario?
It's slightly more fun than that, which is I think the only healing that either of us has is my Cup of Doom. Poison Chalice, I think it's called.
Okay.
Which you put Doom on it to heal. So it's the kind of card that I want to put out, use, and get rid of, not have hanging around to.
Yeah. Let me have a look at.
Causes a headache. So we're gonna have fun with these weaknesses. Is my point. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just looking at the setup instructions, so I know what we're supposed to be doing. Okay, that's the location placement. So there, we begin play at the location on the top left. Okay, presumably we're trying to get to that hidden tunnel. So we're up here. Flip that over in just a moment. And so we have keys on all of the locations, which are those chaos tokens.
Okay.
We have to kill a lead deck. That's a known quantity. Where's that gone? Oh, look, it's underneath this location here. Would you mind fishing it out?
Sure.
There
we go.
Okay, we've got orthogonal location adjacency.
Okay.
And the keys. How do the keys work? My computer is laggy today, and it's a bit vexing.
Yeah, I feel like we've been better for technical issues the last few streams, and it feels like it was saving them all for today.
Yeah. The setup of this scenario instructs the players to place a random chaos token on each of the 16 city landscape locations as keys. These keys are never placed in the chaos bag and do not act as traditional chaos tokens. Instead, they represent keys which investigators can recover and use throughout the scenario. These keys can be acquired in one of two ways. If a location has with a key on it has no clues, an investigator can take control of its key as a free trigger ability. Some card effects may allow investigators to take control of keys in other ways. When an investigator takes control of a key, they place that key on their investigator card. If an investigator who controls one or more keys is eliminated, place each of these keys on their location. As a action ability, investigator may give any number of keys to another investigator at the same location.
Okay. Get the keys.
Yeah.
So solve the keys, get the keys.
Yeah.
Cool.
Profit.
Shall I read the agenda and the act?
Please do, yeah.
Lurking horrors. hidden alien city looms before you, ancient and enigmatic. What secrets and terrors lie in wait within? As a fast action during your turn, spend 1 clue. Look at the revealed side of a city landscape in your column or row. Limit once per round. During your turn, spend 3 clues. Move to any location in your column or row. Limit once per round. Okay.
Don't forget the act.
Sprawling
Yeah.
version 3. This is the discovery of a lifetime. Dyer's report was true, all of it. You must explore this alien civilization in order to learn more. Spend 2 of that type of key. The stone, it looks like. Remember that the team discerned the origins of the Shoggoths. Or spend 2 cultist keys. Remember the team discovered a hidden power. Objective: if the team has discovered the origin of Shoggoths and discovered a hidden power, advance. So we want 2 of each type of key. And then we're going to need to spend an action to do each of those things.
Okay.
Yeah?
That sounds good. Yep. Just trying to arrange my screen, and nothing's playing ball today, but that's fine. Okay, I'm just going to assume that that's how we need to.
Put Stella over here. Come on.
And there we go. Labyrinthine chamber. 3 shroud, 2 clues per investigator. Each time a chaos token is revealed during a skill test at this location, double its modifier if a key matching that chaos token is on this location or under the control of an investigator at this location. Victory 1.
Okay. Okay.
So we 2 tablets and 2 cultists.
Yeah, which means we're going to have to get down to at least this second from the bottom row.
Yeah.
It could be better, could be worse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's draw cards and play this game.
Sounds good. That's what we're here for.
Only starting 2 hours late. You want the thing?
Just going to look at my deck and see remind myself of what I want to be holding.
Okay. I'm going to take the bold decision to shuffle back Econ.
That is bold.
Yeah, I think that my experience of this Stella deck has been that I end up with like an enormous pile of resources, and I don't have enough things in my hand right now to spend an emergency K shot. Drawn another one anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We'll never know if that was the wrong decision.
I mulliganed and got literally the 3 best cards that I could have wanted.
That's good.
Yeah.
To be honest, my opening hand is quite middling. It's good for what we want to do, investigating, so that's good. It doesn't have any of my draw engine, But maybe that's not the end of the world if we're kind of worried about those. Like my deck is full of nasty cards. My deck currently has 9. About a third of my deck is unpleasant things, if you include my weaknesses. I've got 5 Tequila League cards. I've got 2 of the new weaknesses, and I've got my 2 classic weaknesses. So perhaps not drawing my draw engine is fine.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
I imagine I'm going to be taking a setup turn. I'm happy to go, or if you want to go first, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go first. Let's get the old keyring down. And let's investigate. I'll be investigating. Remembering how Quick Learner works. Quick Learner is currently not modifying things in any way. Yeah, we don't have much clue acceleration, do we? Which is a shame.
No, my clairvoyances get 2 clues at a time, and I think you've got some look what I found. And you haven't upgraded your keyring, which I think the upgraded keyring has some clue acceleration there.
Yeah, that seems like an oversight to have not upgraded that keyring. But I guess it's the bad decision I made. To be fair, I think this might be one of the first times in the game I've actually used it. Okay, well, I'll be investigating at +1 and not losing anything if I fail. Cool.
Right.
We got it. And I did spend a charge from here. Yeah, you see, this doesn't feel super efficient, but never mind. And now I'll be investigating at +3. Hello.
So let Ellsworth in.
I'm fine. I'm fine failing this because I get another action.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Boom.
And I didn't fail it anyway. So the old keyring is used up within a single turn. Bit of a shame. But it's how. Come on, give me the clue. It's how we progress. So
yeah.
Cool. That was my turn.
Okay. So one of the cards that I mulliganed and got was the Hierophant, which automatically goes into play without costing anything because it's in my opening hand, which is really nice. And I can play Lone Wolf for 1. Cool. And I'm going to play Lucky Cigarette Case for 2.
And what's your third action?
I'm going to play Faustian Bargain. Would you like some resources?
I've got an emergency cache in my hand and nothing to spend the money on. So why don't you just take what you need? I feel like maybe we'll regret that later, but we will both be on 7 probably next turn.
Yeah. Okay. I think I just added some curse tokens to the bag, but I'll double check.
Cool.
No, it's not. I don't know what I did, but I didn't do anything. Let's do that now. Cool. Happy days. Mythos phase?
What are we going to do upkeep first?
Upkeep, sorry, that's what I mean. Upkeep phase first.
Cool. I've drawn my first Tequila card. These 2 resources. And that's done now.
Okay. Now we go to the Mythos phase, so that's 1 doom of 6. And you draw the first encounter card.
Oh dear. We've got an obscuring fog attached to our location.
Okay.
Maybe we should have brought what's his face that we had last time, who's good at dealing with stuff like that.
It's got a locked door at our location.
For fuck's sake. That's a really bad start. Hang on. Okay, so we're going to have to smash down this door before we can investigate. That's a horrible combination.
Yes, it's really annoying. It might be a sign that it's time to leave this location and just suck it off as a bad lot.
Oh, can we just leave?
I think so. I don't think we need to get the clues and the keys to go. I think the clues and the keys presumably are useful at a later stage. Let's just double check the rules. It is a victory point location, so it would be nice if we cleared it.
Yeah. It would be nice, but we'd have to do a huge amount of work to clear it right now.
Yeah. I don't fancy my chances beating that either of a test, the combat 4 or agility 4 test right now.
I could possibly do the agility test on my third action. Because I'd be doing it at +2.
I think let's move away. If we are,
we don't need that key. We need different keys to that.
That seems to be the case at present. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here. Should I get the fuck out of here first?
Yes, do, because then I get even more money.
Yes, that's how that works.
Stonebridge.
For an action, test 4 fighting or 4 agility. If you succeed, discover 1 clue from Stonebridge. And for an action, you can move to another Stonebridge location. So, let me just clarify a rules thing. If I were to hypothetically spend a clue and reveal some random location, admittedly, it would not be a good thing to do right now because there's literally one place I could do it with. And I found that place was a stone bridge. Could I then use this stone bridge to go there? So I know that.
Let's see. I don't think so. I think if you're looking at a revealed location, it's not necessary. It doesn't get. Sorry, if you're looking at an unrevealed location, is that right? Is that what the ability is?
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't say reveal that location.
Yeah,
it says,
I think
look it up.
Particularly because these have got a different title on their unrevealed sides, so they are city landscape locations until they are revealed, at which point they are assume the name and identity of the revealed side.
Okay. Do we actually? Why do we care about the keys that aren't the keys that we're after?
We've not been given any reason to at all yet. I imagine that we will be later given a reason to, but we haven't yet.
Okay, gut check. Do I want to stay here and try and get these keys, testing a +0 and then a +2, and then possibly another +2, or do I want to go somewhere else and look at other things?
I think you want to get them.
Cool, that's it. So I'm going to do the agility test, which this time will be a +0. Is that the worst possible option? No, it's not. Okay, cool. I have failed, which is actually a positive overall, in some ways. And the nearest enemy who doesn't exist moves towards me.
Great.
So this is a +2, which I've automatically failed. And this is a -4. And so I've also failed that. That was my turn. Over to you, Dave.
Okay, I get a credit from Lone Wolf. I'm going to play the Summoned Servitor, who I think, yeah, now just goes in an arcane slot. As an action, the Summoned Servitor is going to move down one to here, which is Ruinous Streets. And you take a damage if a frost token is revealed when you're there. And after you discover the last clue on that location, you discover one clue at a collecting location.
That's good.
Yeah. Also, because the servitor has Wings of Night, I believe it's called, I get moved there for free. So I have 2 more actions. And I will move again to Cylindrical Tower. Boom, boom. And I'll draw a card. Okay, yeah. So
that's really, yeah. So these keys can actually do some pretty powerful stuff.
Yeah.
We would love to remove 2 frost tokens from the Chaos bag.
I didn't even read the whole thing. 2 minus 2 keys, draw 2 cards, gain 2 resources, and remove 2 frost tokens from the Chaos bag.
Yeah.
That is, my goodness, that's spectacular, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good.
I can draw a card as my last action.
At the risk of metagaming, I suspect the stuff on the agenda is how clues are useful in this scenario.
Yeah,
like we seem to be being encouraged to spend them, and getting information like that. Like, I mean, obviously we know that now, and we know that we want to go for those -2s, probably as like a matter of priority. I would venture to suggest.
I think it's a very big scenario.
Yeah.
Not sure how much coming back we'll be able to do. It depends on where the other stone bridges are, I imagine.
That's true.
We haven't seen any use for the Elder Thing keys yet. I'm planning to set the servitor to come to the location where I am and investigate it and try and get these 2 clues.
Cool.
It would be... yeah, I don't know what else. I guess we can wander around and try and think of uses. We definitely want to flip the axe, don't we? We probably don't want to dawdle too much.
Yeah, you're right. I have a strong suspicion that the agenda is going to flip before the act. I can't see us getting 4 specific locations done in the next, 4 turns? I just don't think that's going to happen. Right.
Probably not.
I'm going to say definitely not.
Okay.
That's my... Well, one of us would have to get all the way down here and investigate it, and have investigated all of that, and have investigated all of that, and have investigated all of that.
Yeah, it doesn't look likely.
It doesn't feel likely.
Let's see what we could do. Upkeep phase.
Cool. Come on, be nice to me, deck. That is relatively nice of you, deck. Yeah, we don't have a reason to get these skull keys yet. But let's see Mythos. Let's not think too far ahead.
Metagame it again, just a little bit. I mean, you say these 2 abilities on the agenda is what you think the clues are for in this scenario. I think you're probably right. And furthermore, they suggest that you are not expected to see everything, or move backwards and forwards and entirely under your own steam.
Yeah.
But let's see how we go. We've got an initial objective, which is the 2 keys to flip the act, the 4 keys to flip the act, and let's see where we get to.
Yeah, I think we should definitely be trying to make use of that second power.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Let's do Mythos.
Indeed.
Crit Chill, test for willpower. If you fail, choose and discard 1 asset you control. Okay. Sure. That's...
Fair.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, I failed.
Cool.
Genuinely better in the discard.
Oh. Okay, gather around, Jessica, because this is one of the legendary treacheries from this set.
Walk, walk, walk.
Quack, 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 quack. Find the giant albino penguin enemy farthest from you. You must either move it to your location or place 1 doom on it. If there are no giant albino penguins in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a giant albino penguin. Draw it. Shuffle the encounter deck. I've seen somebody in the community say that they have a visceral physical reaction to seeing this card. Like, it gives them like palpitations.
Okay. I'm excited to see what the penguin looks like. Would you like to draw it for us?
Yeah. There we go. You ordered a penguin, madam. Here she is. Okay. It's aloof, and you have to spend an action to enter or leave its location. I had forgotten this. It is actually a direct from the Lovecraft canon.
Yeah.
As evidenced by that piece of flavor text.
And its kind of ludo-narrative purpose appears to be that you are scared of this penguin and must like move carefully around it. Although its actual card text is like, you don't need, at the moment, you don't need to deal with this. We've seen that there are cards that will make this into a horrible thing to deal with because we don't want a bunch of doom.
I think the combination of the Wak 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 and this is that if you leave it alone, it's going to come and bother you. It's going to come after you afterwards, later, and cause you trouble. It's going to put a doom on itself. It's going to be a pain for you to do anything about. It's just going to be horrible. So it's aloof and it's there. Wak wak wak. Wak wak wak.
Cool. I did mine and it was fine.
Yeah.
Do you want to? Are you going to fight a penguin this turn? Is that what your turn's going to look like?
I wisely or not, I think it probably was wisely. I elected not to put any of my to keep the fighting equipment that I had in my hand when I did a mulligan. So I don't have a fighty thing right now.
Okay.
So
neither do I, but I do have Cookie.
I think you should start. Yeah, I think you should start. I'm going to draw and see what I can find to deal with this penguin. It's aloof at the moment. So,
well, why don't you go first then? Because then you get your lone wolf. Because I'm probably going to.
Oh, yeah,
there's a decent chance I end up in your location.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
So 11 resources might be enough already.
I don't think so. Let's see what's it do. It does. Yeah, I'm going to draw again. Nice. Okay, so one action left. I will pay 1 to play the Switchblade, which is fast, so I don't have to play it. Oh, and I can't do anything because the damn thing's aloof.
Yeah, you'd have to engage it, wouldn't you? On your
Yeah.
turn?
I will just draw another card then. Okay.
Remind me how aloof enemies work.
They do not automatically engage you.
But once you engage them, they will fight you.
Yeah.
Right.
So if I engaged it now, it would just hit me. So I'm not going to do it now. I also have a Southern Servitor action, and Southern Servitor is going to move it.
Cool. I assume the giant albino penguin doesn't affect your summon servitor. It will affect me though.
It will, yes.
In a really irritating way. And I can't kill it this turn. All I could do is end up engaged with it.
Yeah, I don't think you should kill it.
Should I stay here and investigate?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. So I'm going to use the... Let's have a quick look at the Chaos bag. Is there a +2, basically? No. I am destined to fail. There is a destined to fail my first attempt to investigate this location. So I will take heart and do it.
Sounds good.
And that is -0, which is still a failure. But I draw 2 cards. Neither of which are bad, which is wonderful.
Congratulations.
And gain 2 resources. At some point, I want to play this scavenging. But I'm not actually investigating this turn, am I? No. I'm using that special action, so I won't install it now. Okay. So this is happening at +0. Damn, I'm good. And this is happening at +2. I continue to be very good. Cool. Well, we completely investigated that location, which means we get this key.
Fantastic. It's our first key.
Hooray. It is.
I've got the key. I've got the secret. Well, you got the... Collectively, I have some rights over this key.
Yeah, I consider it our key.
Yeah.
Although in game terms, it is my key. We shouldn't forget that. That's important. Enemy phase. This enemy just waddles around.
Yeah.
And does nothing.
Sits there looking menacing. Oh. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
It's your friend and mine, Yaztaroth. I cannot play assets or put assets into play.
Okay.
I actually didn't. Unusually, I actually didn't want to, so that's nice.
Yeah, it's not the worst
anyway.
timing.
Actually, game. So up yours.
Okay, that's my thoughts. I'm going to be real with you. I'm not going to be a doomer.
Yeah.
I feel so far this is going quite badly, but that's an energy I enjoy in Arkham.
I'm finding it
We've
hard
had
to
a
disentangle the streaming woes from the gameplay success. I wasn't fully paying attention to your last turn. I was listening because I realised that
okay.
I'd set this video to be made for kids on YouTube, and
Oh,
therefore
that's such an annoying
the
thing.
chat was turned off. So I've just changed that. Apologies to any kids who are watching. This isn't specifically made for you. Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Right. So
What we
I've got miasmatic torment, which I'm going to have to deal with because I don't want Cookie to take
Yeah. That really
damage and
sucks.
horror every turn.
Uh,
To be fair, we're nearly at the end of the campaign. I don't think we've ever left one of our partners with permanent damage and horror. Maybe we have once off one of these cards, but if so, it's lost to Mr. Time now. And Cookie can take 5 damage.
Yeah, not being able to use them, I think, is probably worse than the odds damage or horror from that card. They exhaust, right, and then they can't unexhaust. I will draw a Nebulous Miasma. Oh boy. When you end your turn at attached location, each card you control with Sanity, including your Investigator, takes 1 direct horror.
Okay.
That
all right.
Fucking sucks. Okay. I think I know how this could work. May I go first?
Please do.
Okay. I take an absurd amount of money that nobody needs. I endeavour to shank the penguin. I commit overpower to it, so I am fighting at 3, 4, 5 from the overpower. 5 versus 2. Is that right? It's 2, isn't it? Yeah. And -4. Literally nothing happens. So, sorry, before that I engage the penguin. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I try and shank the penguin again. This time I'm a 3 versus 2. God, this is looking worse and worse and worse, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not looking great.
Uptown penguin shanking. Okay. Boom.
Oh, yay.
1 damage. Okay, and last but not least, the Summon Servitor to the rescue carries me to the next location.
Okay.
I don't think I've entered or left the giant albino penguin's location.
Yeah, it's my reading that you get like special rules with the Summon Servitor.
I think I'm gonna allow it. I mean, firstly, that I've been carried by the Summon Servitor, so I haven't gone. And no, what does it say? Let's after Summon Servitor moves from your location to a connecting location, you may move to that location. But the penguins come with me because it's engaged with me.
Yeah.
Like I
so
don't.
You've not, and I think on multiple levels you've not entered or left that location.
Yeah.
And I think that.
And furthermore, I've not taken an action, so I'm not taking an attack of opportunity because it was the servitor.
Cool.
So we've left the nebulous miasma behind, and we come to the Temple of the Elder Things. Oh, look at this.
Tell me of the Temple of the Elder Things.
If you reveal 1 or more frost tokens during a skill test at this location, you take a horror. Bad.
Okay.
Action on the temple. If there are no clues on Temple of the Elder Things, choose 2 locations with keys on them. Swap each key on those locations. Group limit once per game. This is how we
This is how we do it.
This is how we do it. This is how we flip the act before the agenda.
I still think we'll have a job, but I believe in you.
Okay, so that's my turn. Basically, I tried to stab a penguin, missed at least once, scratched it a little bit, and then the summon service like scooped me up and carried me and the penguin, locked in battle, next door.
So what we want are the locations need to fit the following criteria that we're looking for. Have low shroud value, be nearby enough to be worth that switch action, and worth us clearing this place of clues. And not have a key that we wanted anyway.
Yeah.
Like, actually, the cylindrical tower
Yeah.
is quite a good answer for that. Like, if we were to swap something with the cylindrical tower, that would give us even more reasons to kind of investigate here.
Yeah, definitely. I think let's try and get the farthest cultist there.
Yeah, definitely.
And let's see what other locations we nearby can look promising at that time. So the labyrinthine chamber looks unpromising.
And Ruinous, we've not seen more than a 4.
Yeah.
Ruinous Streets isn't somewhere. I mean, it's all right. Like, you get an extra clue when you investigate it, but when
it's really
an
annoying.
argument.
It's really annoying that there's 2 clues on the labyrinthine chamber. If there was one, Ruinous Streets would be amazing, and we should be focusing all our action energies on it, because that would allow us to clear a final clue of the tower. Anyway, this is irrelevant because that's not the case. If the game wasn't horrible to us, Jessica, then it would be a nice game.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. I don't think I can realistically come and help you with your penguin.
I don't think you should. No, the penguin's mine to deal with. It's very action taxing for you to come to me. I understand.
What I will instead do
Go on.
is zap past you using 3 clues to come here.
That's a lot of clues.
It is, but it's what they're for.
Okay.
And I think dawdling is how we lose.
We are blocking your way to go anywhere, so I'm not against it. Yep.
I could otherwise spend my entire turn being in the same location as you and not. I would have to spend my entire turn just coming here. I don't feel like that's a good use of things like my bonuses on my second and third actions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do this, and we might regret it later when we wish we had more clues. But right now, it's what I've done.
Yeah.
I've used 2 clues to save 3 actions, and I think 3 clues to save 3 actions, and I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
4 actions. It would take me 4 actions to get here this turn if that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Let's
release Cuckoo from his torment. That's all I ask.
Cool. I will use at least one of my actions this turn to attempt to do that. Once per game.
Is that the swap, you mean?
Yeah. And it's not.
Another one. Move one key on another location in this row to Cyclopean Spires.
It's not very useful. There are some uses for it, but it's not very useful.
Yeah, row specifically. if the
Yeah, Rose
ability on the Temple of the Elder Things wasn't so freaking great, then that would be the obvious candidate. But it is freaking great.
I mean, we might want to, if we're going to investigate Temple of the Elder Things anyway, there's an argument for putting the -2 on there because we want the -2 for the cylindrical tower rather than spending multiple actions doing just getting clues off a place that we otherwise don't really care about. Yeah?
I don't follow you.
Okay. We want this -2 key.
Yep.
So it's on the Cyclopean towers, Cyclopean spires.
Yep.
We are going to investigate the Temple of the Elder Things
Yep.
anyway.
Yep.
So we could move the -2 key to the Temple of the Elder Things so that it's the reward we get instead of this tablet key, which we do not currently have a use for. But we know we want the -2 key instead. That's my proposal.
I think you're wrong in two respects here. Firstly, that's not how the ability on Cyclopean Spires works. It brings a key to Cyclopean Spires rather than moving it from it. Secondly, don't we need the tablets for the act?
Oh shit, you're absolutely right. The terrible plan in every respect, both in terms of its ability to be executed and its outcome.
Other than that, it was lovely.
Other than that,
a lot going for
it. If all of my assumptions hadn't been wrong, I would have been right. That's what I'm saying.
Mythos phase? No, you've still got a turn, haven't you?
Hang on though, then, Dave.
Yeah.
So move one key on another location to this in this row to Cyclopean Spires, thereby making it easier to work. It doesn't say if there's no key here. Yeah, we could move this tablet key here.
Yes, that's what I was saying. I was saying if we could do that, it's not a bad use of an action. It might get things to us sooner. The ability on the Temple of the Elder Things is so very good. I think we want, if we possibly can, to get these 2 clues so that we can use that ability.
Yeah, I agree.
But if we don't look like we've got a way of getting those 2 clues, then it's probably a worthwhile thing to do.
Cool. Okay. I've still got 2 actions left. I spent ages faffing around. You're right that I want to help Cookie. Let's do it now. Both of those things are a bit shit. I'm going to test willpower. I have failed at willpower. That's fine. Oh, don't do that, game.
You do have a lucky in your hand.
Yeah, do you think I should use it on this, though? Do you think this is... I guess,
I haven't really tracked where you are in your turn and how many actions you've got left.
I still fail.
Oh, do you?
So I still get the Yeah, I still fail, so I get the extra action. No, I don't.
I wouldn't use it other than to change you from failing the test to passing the test.
I would succeed the test.
Mm.
And I get rid of this miasmatic torment, which okay, fine. Let's do it. I think that's a reasonable amount of analysis to have done on that. Actually, can I take that back?
Yeah.
If I fail with my next action,
good luck, yeah.
Which I don't think I will.
Sure.
So I've now got 2 more actions, and this one's going to be at a +2.
Yeah.
So.
Boom.
Cool. So that was the correct thing to do.
Yeah.
And this gets discarded, and the easiest way to do that is like that. Do I move a key here? I'm going to investigate here.
Yeah, I think I would do that.
Actually, I'm going to do it next turn because right now I've got +2. It'd be a good thing to do with my first action next turn. That's a -2.
Moving the key.
Yeah, moving a key as something that I guess I've got
Yeah.
other things I can do with that action.
Yeah.
Oh, can you stop that game? Can you stop just giving me chaos tokens?
Go away. Wow. It really
Yeah,
is. It's a feisty one today, isn't it? But it will send in some
it's
manners.
really like just its behavior is not pleasing to me. Sorry, let me just do maths.
Yeah.
Or yeah, that's no, I am going to move the key.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to get a flashlight down.
I think that's a great.
That's what we're going to do. Because then if I draw something that says, if I draw Crypt Chill, I've got something I can discard that's not literally James Cookie Fredericks. And I can use my first. Yeah, it's a reasonable thing to have done. Okay.
Upkeep.
Upkeep.
Oh,
Oh, hello. Hello, old friend. Well, that's going to be one of my actions next turn.
Oh, we forgot a very important thing, which is the enemy phase.
Do you get attacked?
I have a penguin on my face. 1 damage, 1 horror.
Cool.
And now we have another phase. So 4, 6. Oh.
Hi. Right. Well, that's part of my next turn, then, isn't it?
Okay, Crumbling Ruins. Test 3 agility. During this test, if you reveal a chaos token that matches a key on your location or under the control of an investigator at your location, you automatically fail. For each point you fail by, take 1 damage. Okay. My agility is poor. Going to be taking damage. And if I draw a tablet, then I automatically fail. Let's see what happens. Not very much, it seems. Yeah, here we go. A -1. Okay, so that means that I take 2 damage, I believe.
I suspect this might be the scenario where we start assigning damage to our hardworking companions.
It's possible.
Like, you're already racking them up. You're pretty close.
That's true. I do have a cup with no downside whatsoever that's really safe and you should drink from it in my deck somewhere. Let's see how we get on with that.
Should the Hierophant have gone straight into play, Dave?
Yes. Okay. It did. I drew another one in my hand.
Okay. Do you want to go first? I think our turns are roughly equal.
Yeah, I do. What do I want to do, though?
Don't forget your Lone Wolf resource.
Thank
Resources
you.
are scared at the moment. They're scarce at the moment for you, so
yeah,
you really need that.
What I really need is a way to kill this penguin. I'm just going to keep stabbing at it, I think. 1 up. Question is...
Do you take now?
No,
you'd kill yourself doing that.
Yeah, I'm just considering it. I'm going to commit it. I think that's
really
the wise play.
Whoa,
yeah.
okay.
Because that takes me from 1 up to 4 up. And if I
Cool.
succeed by 2, I will do 2 damage.
Okay. I trust in the.
Here goes nothing. Oh. Okay, so I do 1 damage.
Okay.
And I will do it again. What is that even? What's the skull these days?
I think it's not too bad if you.
Number of keys you control is very good if you don't have any keys. It's a dead penguin. It's a dead penguin.
Yay!
Boom.
We killed the first penguin.
Yeah. Sadly, I don't have enough actions to get rid of the Astaroth, so I can only draw a card. It's a wall protection. That's a nice one to have.
Yeah, that's a good card.
The servitor is going to move back to this legible tower. And the nebulous miasma should have popped off at the end of the last round, so I'll just get rid of that. Okay.
Right. I'm going to get my faith. TTS really doesn't like me tonight. It's doing like on top of everything else, it's doing a little thing where it's like, no, you can't click that right now. You have to click it like 3 or 4 times before it works. And it's such an annoying little thing to have on top of all the other rotations we've had. Okay. I'm absolutely confident that is the right first move. Because Anyu's just...
playing Anyu is never a bad move. It's difficult to think of a game state where it's not obviously the right thing to do.
So, James Cookie Fredericks says, spend 1 ammo and exhaust James Cookie Fredericks. Fight with a base skill of 5. If you succeed and the attack enemy is non-elite, it cannot attack for the remainder of the round.
Yep. Where's your investigator?
Round rather than phase?
Round.
Cool. So that seems like the thing to do. My question is whether my bonuses stack with this. So Quick Learn, I think, stacks with this, right?
Yeah. It changes the base, and then other modifiers
Quick Learners
get added to whatever that base is, the change to base.
So action 2, I'm going to engage a penguin. I'm now engaged with a penguin. You will be getting a save the date soon.
I'm really looking forward to the wedding list.
So it's all dress code is all tuxedos. We could do this all night. I'm very into this penguin wedding bit. Okay, so I'll be fighting with a base skill of 5 versus 0 because of Quick Learner. So +5.
Good God, it's such.
I reckon I've got that. I'm gonna.
I'd say you do.
Go out on a limb. Cool. It's -1 because I have a key, but it doesn't matter. The annoying thing about this is it's very action intensive because I've got rid of my weapon. So I was like, well, I've got James, but he doesn't do any extra damage. So
you could probably just punch it. Oh, you actually have to exhaust James anyway.
I have to exhaust James anyway, and I have to spend an ammo off him.
But I think you could punch and use ability for your second action.
Well, that would be my third action. I installed.
Oh, sorry.
I engaged
second
the penguin.
attack is what I mean. Yeah.
I don't have a second attack. I installed Anu. I engaged the penguin. And I attacked.
Took it in. Yeah. Okay. I guess that puts us in the upkeep phase.
Yeah.
I'm starting to flag
enemy
Jessica.
phase. It doesn't. You're starting to flag.
Yeah.
Okay.
I reckon,
Shall we get? Do you want to do one more turn, or do you want to just get to the Mythos phase?
I reckon definitely one more turn, and then possibly another after that. But make that, I think, would be my limit. Okay. Oh. That's cool.
Cool. That is a cool card. And I've got a Test of Will. Which is good. I think like this is feeling very slow because we're dealing with these penguins and they are slow to deal with. But if we didn't deal with them, we'd have to deal with them later. And so maybe the second part of the campaign will be not feel quite so much like we're fighting something made out of molasses.
I hope so.
But we currently have 0 of the keys that we need. We're about to go to 5 of 6. Doom.
Yeah.
And we haven't drawn our Mythos cards yet, so it's not looking great. Kindred Mist. Attached to the nearest
Did you say 5 of 6 in anticipation of one of us clicking this up from 4 to 5?
Yeah. Which you've been doing so far, so I thought I would leave it to you. When one or more cards from the Tequila Lee deck would be shuffled into your deck while you're at the attached location, draw them instead, placing them on the bottom of your deck instead of the Tequila Lee deck. Huh? That's good, though. Am I reading this wrong, Dave? When one or more cards from the Tequila Lee deck would be shuffled into your deck while you're at the attached location.
No, it's it doubles
you
them
immediately
up.
get the
So you get the effect,
you immediately
then
get the
it goes
effect.
back in your deck.
Okay. So I just need to not I'm not going to be drawing much this round anyway. So what am I going to be doing this round? I don't know. What's your Mythos card?
It's a benign elder thing.
Oh, at least it's benign. I'm sure it won't have any negative.
It's not too bad, actually. Oh no, mixed. It enters play with a Doom on it, which doesn't matter at all, because we're in the Witching Hour. If you defeat it, it puts a Doom on the agenda, which is less good, and you can parlay with it to move it from the game. So you can chat to it and say, we come in peace.
That's all perfectly reasonable.
Yeah. The only thing is I quite wanted to trap it in an interdimensional prison rather than parlay with it. Because that's how I get my kicks these days.
If you kill it this turn, then it's fine because the agenda was going to advance anyway.
Yes.
Like, it's also fine to put this in the furthest away location and never think about it again. Because the one Doom just isn't going to do anything. One Doom has got on it at the moment.
Yeah. Let's do that. Put it.
Yeah.
We'll put it there.
Great.
Oh. Is there somewhere else we definitely don't want to go?
Why wouldn't we put it there? That seems like the least likely place we'd ever want to go.
It's a victory point location. I haven't given up in my heart on that victory point.
Dave, it's got a locked door and an obscuring fog. And it's as far away from anything else that we want to be in the game as possible.
I just like victory points. But okay, we'll put it there.
Put it in the ruinous streets. I don't think we ever want to go to the ruinous streets.
Okay, sure, yeah. There we go.
Like, it's equally worthless place to go.
Yeah, sounds good.
But I'd be very surprised if we get that victory point. At a minimum, right? We're going to get someone that's got victory points on it and doesn't have two entangled, terrible, shitty things on it that stop us being able to get the clues.
My turn is going to be very boring.
Okay. Do you want me to fight a penguin first?
Oh, maybe my turn
What?
isn't going to be quite as boring as that. Oh, I really need to get with Yazroth though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get rid of it.
yeah.
It's horrible. It's
I was
really bad for your
I,
deck.
I was wondering whether there was a way I could play Binder's Jar and put the penguin in it, but I don't think I can't because of Yazroth. I don't have enough actions. So I'll discard Yazroth. I will spend 2 to play Binder's Jar, which is going to go here, for the sake of argument. And then I'm also going to use Dexter's ability to. Oh no, how is this going to work? Can't actually go for the Hierophant. What can I? Okay. I'm going to use the servitor to investigate the cylindrical tower. 4 versus 2. I'll Claypool that.
But not spending the resource.
Not spending the resource. That's a success. So I get a clue. Then I am going to use Dexter's ability to boot the Summon Servitor out of play, shocking I know, and put Occult Scraps into play.
Cool.
And that's the end
You've
of
got
my turn.
one in hand, right? And
I have another one in hand, yeah.
pseudo infinite resources.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. My turn's just going to be punch penguin like 4 times in a row. So I think the best way to do this is to kind of allow myself to fail the first one. So there is a small chance of success. I'm fighting it at a -1. I did not succeed. That's fine. So I've got 3 more actions. I will exhaust Anu for my second action.
Give me yourself +2.
Sorry?
Give me yourself +2.
Giving it -2. Like sometimes that's important. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Giving it plus. Giving myself +2. Thank you. Sorry, I got that eventually. So I'm now at a +2 for this test, which is exactly what I needed. I think I might try and save Cookie's ammo. Because I think between the next 2 tests, I probably kill this turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we're going to want that ammo later.
Okay.
So I'm going to be at a +2 again because of Quick Learner.
Oh boy.
How much does that hurt me, Dave?
-2.
Okay, it's not over till it's over.
No, it's a.
Well, they're both out of the bag now,
Yeah.
so that's good. If you could please get rid of the tips that you have put into my life. Were there only 2 in there?
Yes, you got both of them in one test.
Okay.
Just
You
think
can
of
see
all the
that
fun.
that's unlikely.
Yeah, that's very unlikely. I was just going to say, think of all the fun we're going to have with those curse tokens when we do our next campaign.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, like, if we're still playing with the theory that it's maybe a TTS bug. Yeah, and I failed. Okay, I'm going to get attacked by this penguin this turn. But that's okay, because I have an absurd amount of health and stuff. Unless I want to just use Lucky here.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think let's get rid of... Because otherwise I'm going to spend half of my next turn fighting it as well.
Yeah. You do have a resourceful hand in hand as well. I keep thinking to suggest that you use that when you have a test you're very certain of passing.
Cool.
Because that's just 2 more luckies in your hand. or 2 other survivor cards should you choose to get them instead. But
Obviously, it gets more powerful the later I play that in the game.
there's more options, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Goodbye, Penguin. Yep, cool. And that was my turn.
Hooray! Let's do the upkeep.
Yep. I might use Resourceful quite soon, because getting 2 luckies back would be extremely good. I've drawn none of my engine yet.
I've drawn a lot of my weaknesses.
You really have.
Yeah. So both of the signatures come through. My basic weakness, we've only got in the remaining 25 cards in my deck, we've got the 2 new ones that I just put in there. Frostbite and Possessed.
In fairness, that Unspeakable Oath is better the earlier you draw it if you're going to draw it.
It's much better. I'd much rather have it now. And actually, I've got it now when the servitor's sitting on a 2 shroud location with 1 clue on it, which means probably next turn I can get rid of this and go about my life. And, you know, spend my energies on things like badgering you to go back to the labyrinthine chamber and get those clues so that we can have our victory points.
It would be, without some sort of clue acceleration, it would be a minimum of 6 actions, assuming that we... No, it wouldn't be 6 actions, it'd be 5 actions.
Sure.
But that assumes that none of our tests fail.
Yeah. It's not going to happen today, certainly. The Kindred Mist gets discarded, right?
Yes.
Great.
And this agenda flips.
Yes. Should we just reset all of that, can't we? And that Doom. Yeah.
Hang on, have I just flipped in? Yeah, I've done the entire deck. Let's not do that. The walls of the city call to you in surreptitious whispers, ethereal songs indecipherable to human ears, and yet somehow familiar all the same. You try your best to shut them out, to make believe it's just your imagination, but not all of your companions are successful. Read Scenario Interlude, Gaze into Madness in the campaign log.
That's this, isn't it?
Find each surviving expedition member, including those currently under an investigative control, do not have a check mark drawn to their next to their name in the expedition team section of the campaign log, and choose one of them at random. If there are no such expedition members, skip the rest of this interlude. Okay.
Just look and see what.
Fuck, we're gonna lose someone there.
Just trying to work, trying to see what the let's see
what the check marks would be.
Yeah. It doesn't tell us much. Oh man. What could the check mark? I think the check marks are probably upgrades. What do you think?
I'd love that to be true, because it would mean the Cookie was safe. Not Cookie, Claypool was safe.
Yeah. I'm just going to check back really quickly and see if it says anything about that in the in the wrap up for the Fatal Mirage. No, it doesn't say anything about that. I think it's most likely to be upgrades. I can't think of what else it would be.
Yeah, I don't know what else it would be. And it's a bit... It's frustrating that we've lost so much information.
Yeah. I feel bad. I keep saying that we'll go back and look through, but it's probably about 16 hours of content to check.
Yeah, it's a lot of content to check, and it's partly a byproduct of the fact that like the nature of how we do this means that we've been playing this for like 6 months.
Longer. I think we started in June last year.
Yeah, that sounds really plausible. And so, like, of course, we're going to have forgotten stuff. Obviously, it would be nice to have the campaign log, but TTS bugs and various other things mean that we don't. Do you want to roll the dice again and find out whether we think that it's the upgrades or not?
Yeah, sure. Let's see if I can spawn now.
Yeah, let's do it in a place where everyone can see it. It's a nice idea. So I think that this will kill someone, and I'd love it to definitely not be Claypool.
Okay, so heads, it is the upgrades. Tails, it's not, and none of them have a check mark. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. That didn't look like it spammed very well, but that TTS claims that's random.
I'm taking it.
Yeah.
It's the upgrades. We take them out.
So it's either Claypool is safe, Cookie's not safe.
Cookie's not safe.
So Claypool and Ellsworth, and also the Aviator, who was around here. Where's she gone? I don't even know where she is, but
I'll start reading. And no. So let's pick the person first.
Yeah. So is there such a thing as a 3-sided dice? There's a 6-sided dice though. Okay. 1 to 2, it's Ellsworth. 2 to 3, it's the Aviator. And no, sorry. 3 to 4, it's the Aviator. 5 to 6, it's Cookie. Am I making any sense at all, or am I repeating myself?
Yes, I thought Ellsworth was someone we'd upgraded, but apparently not. That's okay.
Okay.
No, I remember it's not Ellsworth we've upgraded. I don't know why I thought that.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, do the thing.
Ellsworth.
It's Ellsworth. Although I know, again, the thing that we rolled landed on the same side that it started on. Just going to keep doing my magical thinking.
Yeah.
Any coincidences I observe, and coincidences are never a thing that happen in any random game, are because the R&D is broken.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, Ellsworth is a goner.
That's one of the worst answers, I think.
Yeah.
Like Cookie would have been bad as well. Because we've got Cookie out this game, and so losing him right now would be bad. Yeah. But Ellsworth, I'm already missing having Ellsworth on the board this game. Ellsworth, I think, would have gotten us this victory point.
He's the treachery banner, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but we don't know what happens. Maybe he's fine.
Yeah.
You don't notice the effect the whispers have on your party until it's too late. Your companion is not just studying the wall. They are leaning against it, placing their ear upon it, their eyes glazed over with a rapturous stupor. When they reach the door, they either do not notice or choose to pointedly ignore the dribble of hideous miasma that seeps between its cracks, the thick grey mist that threatens to engulf them whole. You shout a warning just as the door opens and know enough to look away just at the moment the miasma reaches out. What is it that your teammate sees you will never truly know? You catch only a glimpse of the unspeakable, bottomless misery that dwells on the other side. If the victim is Danforth, it is not. Your companion stands petrified in the doorway, whether by sheer terror or compelled by some unknown force you cannot tell. You and the others work your way toward the door, averting your gaze to ensure that you do not suffer the same fate. You slide the stone door shut, with a heavy crash, trapping the remainder of the burning miasma within. The moment the horror within is obscured, your companion's eyes roll back in their head and they collapse to the floor. Their heart continues to beat, but their eyes never open again. In the expedition team section of the campaign log, cross off the... Sorry, Dave, I can't read it if you do that. Cross off the chosen character's name. If they were in play, they are defeated and removed from the game. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Good
dear.
Ellsworth. You were extremely useful.
He was pretty good. Sorry, I was just looking ahead to see if there's if anything happened further or whether we're returning to the game.
Yeah, we are returning to the game. Okay. Look, it would have been worse to have Ellsworth in play, and that happened to Ellsworth while they were in play.
Yeah, it's true.
And it would definitely have been worse to have it happen to Claypool.
That would have been the very worst thing. The very worst thing to have happened in the whole campaign.
It is a bit frustrating that it wouldn't have happened to Ellsworth if we'd won the last campaign.
Well, we were just trying to. You're right. We were just trying to chase down his memories, weren't we?
We were.
We got
absolutely stun-locked by a flurry of bullshit.
Yeah, I forget exactly what happened, but it was bad.
Like I say, stun-locked by a flurry of bullshit. I don't think we need to be more specific. Okay, and now we do our cards. Hello, you again.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Okay, we got Dawning of the Truth. There's willpower. So yeah,
test 2, and you don't have any keys.
But there is one on my location, so it's test 3, and they also have the occult scraps. Which, so it's a 4 versus 3.
I guts it.
I'm definitely gutsing it. I'm just checking whether I can use my ability to boot these occult scraps off the board, but I can't because my ability is on my turn only. Yeah. So that's a 6 versus 3. That's a success, and I draw a card.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Okay. So I need to deal with the miasmic torment again.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm off exploring.
Yeah, please do.
Don't mind whether you go first or I do.
Did you not get a clue off this location? I thought you did.
I know. I've been getting clues from the servitor's been getting clues off the cylindrical tower.
Okay. I think we should stop after this turn because I'm losing the plot a little bit in terms of what our overall plan is. Because I thought we were going to try and get clues off here as a matter of priority.
We definitely were. I just can't. Like, if the shroud's too high for me. So,
does that mean I should come and do it instead?
Yes. Not necessarily before the Cyclopean Spires, but yes. Or we could...
Is it not necessarily before the Cyclopean Spires? Because isn't the ideal combo here?
Mm-hmm.
We clear the Cyclopean Spires. We switch 2 tokens around. We move one of them here. We clear the Temple of the Elder Things. We use its ability.
Yeah.
And then we use the Cyclopean Spires ability to get another key onto here. And isn't that like the most powerful thing we could do?
which key would you get? It has to be a key in the same row.
Well, what we would do
Mhm.
is we would move this really far cultist away from where it is
To the ruinous
to the
trees.
ruinous streets.
Yeah.
And then we would move it over to the Cyclopean Spires so that we were getting 2-for-1 benefit on that.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm down with it. I think we do want to get the -2 on.
Which we would.
Okay.
Because when we investigate this, like when it's got 2 keys on it, we're getting double the benefit, right? That's the core of this plan.
Yep. Gotcha. I'm
want
too
2
tired
keys
to
on it at the
follow
same time.
your plan properly, but I understand enough of it to think that it makes sense.
Well, the first bit of my plan is that I come over here and do investigating here rather than where I am.
Can I go first, please?
Yes, please. Because you need that resource.
I do. At some point, I'm going to need to spend a lot of money on machine guns.
Okay.
It's you know, everybody has a passion, Jessica. Mine is buying big guns and shooting things with them. I'm going to use Dexter's ability to boot occult scraps out of play and put the summoned servitor back into play. Hey. So actually, they are not there. They were off the board, and they come to play at my location. I'm going to move. That's my first actual action to the submerged passageway. Okay.
Unfortunately, that's in the worst possible location it could be.
Why?
Because we want every single one of these cleared.
Why is that the case?
I guess, like, if we're going to swap the keys off them, we don't. Yeah. Otherwise, it's got a cultist key, a tablet key, and a -2 key. But you're right. If we swap the keys off them, maybe it doesn't matter as much.
I don't really follow. This has got an ability to move clues off it to another location,
which would then have more clues on it.
Right? Yeah.
And we want all 3 of these keys.
Yeah.
And we don't give a fuck about this skull key at the moment.
Yeah. Fair enough. I'll move there. The servitor's going to move back to here. So the first action, move there. Second action, I'm going to move to this place.
Cool.
Map room.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Those -3 keys are not in a helpful location for us.
Yeah, and I'm going to draw a card.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm going to start my turn.
Yeah, do it.
I have moved. I am going to do some maths.
Don't forget to free Cookie from his tournament.
Yeah. All right. I could clear it this turn, which is frustrating, but I also do have to clear Cookie for him from his torment. Which I should do, because if an enemy comes in on the Mythos phase, I'm a little bit like, he can take 1 damage, but I should do it, because if an enemy comes in, it's really annoying.
You can use Anu to evade.
That's true. But also, I just have to do it at some point, and me wanting to get these clues now,
sure.
There isn't really a value to doing it on my 4th action this turn. Okay. I don't like this treachery.
It's a bad one. I think it's particularly unfortunate that you've had 2 in such quick succession.
It's not like particularly hard to deal with. It's just really fucking annoying. Like,
yeah.
It's just lose an action to all intents and purposes. And because of how my turns work. Okay, do you know what?
Yeah.
My willpower. 3. Oh, sorry, I'm having to do so much maths. Yeah, all right. I'm going to test it now. I'm going to use on you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to use on you. And if this doesn't... I'm going to use on you. Right. I can tell I'm getting tired.
Yeah.
So I'm 3 versus 1. Give me a token. Fine, I missed. Don't do that. I would like to go to bed now.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay. So I'm going to have to do that again. 3 versus 1. Oh my god, could you just give me a chaos token? Thank you.
-3.
It's actually -6 because I'm on a location that has, right? Isn't it, if it has the same kind of key as the thing that you draw, it's double as bad?
I think that
Or did
was
I make that
a
up?
treachery. I'm not sure that's a permanent
Cool.
state of affairs.
And I'm going to have to do it again. It's going to have been my whole turn. Cool. And I spent my whole turn failing to do that. That's...
Do you have a lucky in your hand?
Yeah, let me do the maths. 3 versus 5 versus 1. Yeah, I could... Oh, wait, 5 versus 1, is that... Oh, sorry, I'm getting really tired.
Mm-hmm.
My skill is 3. It doesn't
Yeah.
get a boost.
Yeah.
This gets -2. It's on 1.
Yeah.
-4 means I'm at 0, so a lucky does do it, right?
Yeah.
A lucky would also have done it last time, so
Yeah.
I'm a bit sort of irritated that I didn't notice that, but I think we're just going to live with it
Yeah.
and say that's what happened and that this can fuck off.
Can so fuck off.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do our upkeep.
Yes, please.
And then I think let's call it.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the Hello Chalice.
Hello, Chalice, my old friend.
Isn't it? I've just made up that it says it's called Poison Chalice. Which is a good name for it.
It is a good name for it,
Yeah.
considering what it does. I have 29 cards in my deck. I think if the things I said earlier are correct, 8 of those are bad cards of some kind.
Okay.
So that's pretty nasty.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't enjoy having to spend another whole turn. I feel like I spent 2 or 3 turns in a row just dealing with what's come out of the Mythos deck and not
Completely.
advanced
you
stuff.
spent like 2 turns killing a penguin, didn't you?
Yeah, I spent 2 turns killing a penguin.
I think you spent 4 turns basically pissing around with Mythos cards. Like, no,
Yeah.
not true, but the torment did take a turn. The penguin took a turn and a half, I think, because there was an engage, wasn't there? Something engage and hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, something engage, cookie it, and then it was like a whole another turn to kill.
Yeah.
It's been a lot.
And missing a +2 3 times in a row feels rough.
Yeah.
Because +2 should be a sweet spot. Especially now I realise that like I could have used that lucky on any of those. I could have used that lucky to get myself 2 free actions. Admittedly, I think then if I'd drawn the same chaos tokens, just lost doing the same thing. But still.
it kicks you in the arse, this game.
It really does.
Let's come back next week to have our asses kicked. We have got like a 10 Doom agenda in which to do this act and whatever's on the next one, which probably involves going to the hidden tunnel somewhere somehow. Ooh. It looks like that the Gremlins have decided to finish off today with their old tricks, and we can't hear each other. I think we're probably just going to call it rather than faff around with this. Yeah. Before I've even typed it out, Jessica has given me the thumbs up. We're on the same page here. Thank you so much for joining us on behalf of us both. We'll be back next week. I think things will work better. I think we might win the scenario. I'm looking forward to it either way. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a blast. Lots of love and good night. See you later.
Good night.